challenges. Once in a lifetime lang din naman tayo makakapasok ng PBB. And I'm sure hindi na tayo makakapasok or maybe as guest, ganyan. But like, yung experience talaga. But like, siguro learning experience, siguro it's for me to find out soon. Let's see. At saka hindi pa rin naman ako naging task leader. So, malay mo, di ba, may bibigay si kuya na ma-unlock ko pa. So, yun lang yung excited din ako.
Yung gusto ko din maano kung ano din yung purpose ko dito.
Don't feel so pressured to, kasi it's not something that you look for. It's something that when it's happened, you
will know. Yeah. Exactly.
It's not something like, what is it? It's just, you're just enjoying, tapos bigla, now I know, this is it. Because if you think about it, our screening to get here, so much. So they wouldn't just put you in here kung wala kang purpose.
Yeah, and lahat tayo, yung mga ugali natin, talagang iba-iba. And then we complement each other in our own ways na parang we will learn talaga.
You should know kung gaano kahirap to get here. So it's not just for no reason.
At saka bakit ikaw pa yung, of all, ikaw pa yung nagtatanong na kung anong purpose mo dito? Of course, this is a learning experience for you. Wala ka ba natututunan dito? Diba? Meron. So, that's your biggest takeaway as of the moment. And it will change at the right time. Kung malaman mo, ito pala yun. Parang gano'n. Yun yung sinasabi ni Shay na at that time, magkakaroon ka na lang no,
light bulb moment. Ano naman. And you're sharing your talents to the world. You're sharing who you really are to the world. It's kind of interesting din kasi when you leave PBB, not all cases, but for you should take this. It's a perfect opportunity na you can be yourself agad because a lot of people, especially when they're starting artistas, they have to be what the public wants them to be or what their management wants them to be. But since you came from a show that knows who you really are, when you leave, you can kind of just be yourself na agad.
Parang si Mele. Actually, that's nice, no?
Kasi there's, like Kyle said, even though it was just an album, his first album, it wasn't him, it was what the management wanted. And then finally, he did what he wanted to do.
When he gets to that position, at least he knows na how to handle his talent with the pressure of the
parang
world.
maganda sa sofa to.
Go, kuya. Go lang.
Plus, you're getting really mature as weeks go by. I mean, there's so many habits that you had then that you don't have as much now. Na you're noticing yourself.
Don't change who you are.
I'm gonna lie down.
As Anji. It's just that, more filter lang. That's it lang.
Kaya nga.
It's okay. It's okay. It's different. Yeah, it's different because feeling ko, a lot of us, maybe, I don't know, but I know for sure Alexa, me, and Ate Sam, medyo stage parents, mga ganon, strict parents. So they're always talking about, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, you have to be, like, you're always on camera. Like, for me personally, my mom's like, if you're going to be, you have to be proper, you have to do this, you have to do that. So siguro, when you grow up in the probinsya, you just chill lang. Walang masyado isip na kailangan super, like, think that there's a camera, someone watching you all the time, diba? So this is it's not a bad thing. It's just a learning thing.
Ako, nag-grow up din ako sa province. Pero iba kasi yung you take care of yourself. And that's what we are trying to teach you. Yun lang.
Yeah, and it's a majority of it is because we don't want people to think of you a certain way. Or we don't want people to say things about you. That's 100% sure because I don't want people to on the outside or even saying, oh my God, why is Anji doing that? So unladylike. I don't want them saying that stuff about you, especially if people look up to you, then they want to know paano to
Tsaka, syempre, kunwari, di ba 1 decade apart tayo, if you will be in my position, if you're already 28, when you look back here in the PBB, would you like what you see the Anji that you are right now? Hirap to see.
if you like 10 years from now, and if you were to look back at this time, this moment, would you be...
Do you have any regrets?
Would you have any regrets? Would you be proud of the person you are? Of course, you'd be proud of yourself. Well, that's for you, but would you be proud of yourself? Or was there something when you look back at 10 years na, oh my God, sana hindi ko ginawa yun, ganon. Or sana mas ano ako na that time.
That's sweet. Although I'm very, very thankful I have real friends like you guys who tell me na what to do and what not to do then. Kasi real friends will tell you talaga what's right then for you.
Yeah, and that's the hard part then because we don't want to come off offensive. We don't want to come
No,
off.
I don't think it that way then. Kasi I always like have this open-minded where I always then get like criticisms, constructive criticisms. And even if negative then, so like at the end of Sam said na dapat man kunin siya as a constructive criticism although negative siya. And then, you can learn from that din naman.
Yeah. The fact na sinasabi sa'yo directly, it's to help.
It's to, yeah, that's what I want.
Yung palikod,
To other
sinasabi,
people.
di ba?
Oo.
To each other, tapos you hear about it, then you know it's not a good thing for you. It's against you.
And for me personally, because I really care about you a lot, you know, you're my really close friend. I really don't like to hear people saying stuff like, you know, to hear people say stuff about you or to think like stuff about you na ano si Anji ganun. So I also want to like for example like you know you're kunangot ganon like I know it's normal but you really do have to use tissue or wash your hands or
I do wash my hands.
or like you know like just mas safer talaga just use tissue just ganon. It's harder but it's the proper because also be careful where you fling it, ganon. Kasi for example, if you fling it sa carpet or it's on the carpet na, it's hard to clean. We don't always get to vacuum the carpet, diba? Or if you kunangotan, then you're using the gloves in the boxing, diba? So it's ano naman, it's because like, yeah, it's to sanitary naman din, parang ganon. But it's because, and even though people inside, they joke and they tell you, oh, Angie, wag kang ganyan. Me personally, I don't like how they say it. So I'd rather, like, I know they're joking when they make jokes, like ganon. But for me personally, I'd rather they said it in a nicer way, ganon. Because for me, I don't like to hear them make jokes about that, like that about you. So I would rather, like, for example, if you're on
She's
your
protective of you.
like, if you're on your period, instead of announce it, you can personally come up to me, you can come up to Ate Sam, meron ako ngayon, baka swimming yung ano yun. Diba? So that, you know, some boys are very OA about hearing about menstruation, chirpa. So, it's better, personally, just, I don't like it when people give you those looks and people make those jokes. I don't like it.
Thank you. Thank you, Shai.
He's napping.
Sleeping in
Thank you,
couch.
No problem. Wait, suot na yung kay KD.
Hindi. Kailangan talaga malaki yung damit ko. Napagkamala na akong 5
Hindi
months
ka pa
pregnant.
nasisend.
Kanina pa ba ngayon?
Hindi ka pa nasisend.
Kala ko yung
Parang
kids.
vanilla, no?
Hindi ka pa nabuboard.
Parang candy.
Dude, I'm literally working out for no reason. I'm so bored already.
Ikaw din.
It's feeling ko when the sun is fully down, that's when it'll start.
Hindi, tsaka iba rin kasi
Kanina
pag,
pa ako bored.
iba rin kasi pag ganito yung inspiration.
Hindi mag-jackstone tayo since we have...
Pag ano?
You know how to play jackstone?
Asan nga ba?
Ingitero to
We
eh.
need small.
Alam mo mag-play ng jackstone?
Huwag mo naman ipahalata.
Tara po, tayo ba to? We're bored. May bola naman dyan din eh.
Baka
Yes.
magalit.
Kaya...
It doesn't bounce as much.
It ba?
Same.
We just count the balls.
Yan yung ginagamit namin pang jackstone.
Actually, pero
Why do we
baka kasi
count the cups? We can't.
we're not sure if it's really like,
We call foul if it's kulang. Ganun ba yun?
Sana tapon na lang.
Mas
laging
mahirap.
may pagsubok.
Sabi
Mas
ko pa
mahirap yun.
Yung
Pero
challenge, may extra challenge
Di ba
lang.
ka? Kagabi, gaganyan pa
Giving
tayo.
kuya ideas.
No?
G, pwede mo kaya ako i-braid?
Ulit ka.